Alright, so we are here with the Kraven boss fight in Marvel Spider-Man 2. Going to be going over how to take on Kraven. We fight Kraven with the black suit, or the symbiote suit as the game calls it. If you've played the game, you know kind of how that happens. Kraven has two phases. His first phase is pretty free. His second phase is where all hell breaks loose, in my opinion. Um, I'm going to go over how I handle his attacks, what I do. Now, in the Lizard and Mr. Negative boss fights, I wasn't parrying. Those are like yellow attacks that are parryable, but with Kraven I am, because I think it's best that Kraven is not allowed to free roam or not allowed to flail around as much as possible. And when you parry him, you stun him and you're able to get some damage. So I think parrying is good against Kraven. In this first phase, he throws like an overhead Superman punch, like Roman Reigns. In the second phase, it's a little bit more complicated. The second phase is much more difficult than the first. Other than a specific point, a couple points in the second phase, I'm not going to be using any abilities, gadgets, or symbiote surge. I'm just going to fight him straight up and I'm going to explain. So let's get into it. So he opened up with a parry attack. A lot of times he'll open up with that. To parry, you got to really sit on it.
You destroyed my city, took the lives of so many people.
So what he just did there was Kraven will like grab one of his attacks, he'll like grab his shoulder and he'll run at you. I just recognize that he's doing it. I jump in the air and I dodge and then I go and hit him like when he's done running. If he grabs you, he like throws you up in the air and like slams you or something and it does a lot of damage. So just be on the lookout for that. It's a pretty easy move to dodge. One thing you'll notice with Kraven, similar to Mr. Negative, is sometimes he can break your combo. Like if you're mashing square on him, sometimes he can block and he'll either counter back, he can throw like attacks back, and we'll get to that when that happens, or he'll like jump out of the way and then reset. So right now I think he's resetting. Yep, let's get back to it.
Just as this.
So he'll throw these mines out, which So he just threw. Okay, so let's explain what just happened. So he just threw these mines out that he can detonate. I just got hit by it. I happen to be in the blast radius, but basically you'll see these circles on the ground. Just get out of the way of the circles. I just got hit by it because I'm stupid, or I was in my positioning was bad and I was pinned against a wall, so I just didn't realize where I was. But basically he can hit you with those if you're in the area, so definitely get out of the way of those. As far as a three-hit combo, he just did a three-hit combo. He can throw a right punch, a left punch, and then he'll either throw like a big boot push kick, and he'll have a little telegraph for that, or he can do like a grab, and that's only dodgeable. So basically, it's the one when the blue rings around his head, and you have to dodge it. Now, there's a specific timing. If you time your dodge right, you can avoid both of them. Or you can recognize the animation and dodge accordingly. There, we just dodged his grab, and we went from there, and we got our four-hit combo. So we send Kraven flying, and he's going to run at us because he grabbed his shoulder. We jump out of the way, we dodge, and we take our window to attack. So this here, what he'll do is he'll throw a flashbang out like that. The screen goes a little bit blurry, and he's basically just in another part of the arena. A lot of times he'll be in the second rafter there, and he's basically just going to throw his axe at us. We're just going to dodge it, let it go on the ground, and then we're going to throw it back. We dodge, and we throw it back. I don't like attacking him when he's up there, so I let him come down here. We're going to throw this at him too.
Your followers treat you like some kind of god.
Get out of the way of those. Yeah, if you don't come at him, he'll detonate those mines a lot. Superman punch, so we parry it.
So
Get our combo.
Then you know I will not die in a sick bed. Only an equal may taste my last breath. Rip me apart and parade your achievement to the streets.
Get our four-hit combo. 2 in a row. We'll take it.
Show me what you are capable of.
See, he's retaliating. There's the kick. We dodge. I recommend using finishers. They do a ton of damage. I'm not going to use them in this fight, but they do a lot of damage. So if you see that square circle emblem come on, take those. Sometimes instead of throwing the three-hit combo, he'll just do the big boot like he just did there. I was able to recognize the animation because I've seen it enough times, but just be on the lookout for that, and be ready to dodge that when you can. And as you can see, I got my four-hit combo for the follow-up when he was open. So just be on the lookout for those. Definitely take those finishers when they come. They do a lot of damage. Sometimes he doesn't do the flashbang. He'll just go up there and throw those. So I was caught in it. That's one thing that's dangerous. If you don't go and attack him while he's up there, he will detonate these mines more often. Those mines, if he positions them correctly, they can be a pain in the ass to dodge, but just be on the lookout for them. Yeah, sometimes he'll jump off the thing and do it, and do the Superman punch. I think it looks kind of cool. I'm just gonna heal. Okay, we're gonna attack him because he was open. Let's see what he does. See, he positions them so well sometimes. I wish we could do the wall kick, the machine gun kick. Boom. One, two. There's the kick. And we dodge. Use those bonus. You can get some environmental damage too if you knock them into those spikes. Nope. Okay, that's it. Yeah, try and use the environment if you can knock them into those spikes. You get a little bit more damage. Now, this is where shit really hits the fan. You'll see. Okay, so most people probably know that in the Marvel universe, in the greater Marvel universe, the symbiotes are very vulnerable to sonics. So sonic waves, greatly affect the symbiotes. This game is no different, and Kraven realized this early in the game. So him being the master hunter and strategist that he is using that to exploit the weakness of the Venom symbiote. Now, this bell is going to be ringing, and it's going to be making our lives absolutely fucking miserable in this fight. So, what we're going to have to do is, when that bell's ringing, we have to web it up. Now, when I first played this, I thought jumping in the air to try and web it up would be better, because I thought that Kraven would be less likely to hit me. Don't jump, because you're just going to get knocked out of the air, and it's going to take longer to web the bell up. Just stand on the ground, mash R1, and web the bell up. Also, you'll see what I do. When I'm fighting Kraven throughout this fight, I'm going to try and stay within striking distance of the bell. That way, when he hits it, I can just web the bell up. I don't have to, like, navigate around trees or swing back over to it. I can just kind of turn to the bell and web it up. I'm going to try to do my best as far as that goes. Now, this is the part where the dogs come out. They come out at about 2/3 health, and then again at about when Kraven's at 1/3 health. I'm going to be using abilities and gadgets for the dogs when they come, just because why not? But that's the only time I'm going to be using it. And also, he does a lot of similar attacks to the first phase, but he mixes them up much better. He also has some added attacks. He can do a different kind of parry. He'll do a few attacks before you're able to parry it. I'll show that. And then he also will go up in the trees and try and snipe you. And I'll explain everything when those attacks when we get there. Oh, see how I jumped? I thought Okay, good. So luckily we were able to dodge him there, but do not jump there. Just web the bell up. You'll be a lot better off. He'll also go invisible. When he's invisible, I recommend kind of zipping around like that.
And yet, here I breathe.
So what happened there was he went invisible, and he's going to be all over the place. You don't know where he's coming from. So sometimes what he'll do is Spider Sense going off isn't necessarily enough because sometimes he'll just pull out one of those moves that you can only parry and you can't dodge when you're on the ground, only in the air. Luckily, I know we can do that, so that's why I like kind of like jumping and web zipping around like that. That way, if he does that parry move, I'm able to at least avoid it. Something to be careful about. When you dodge the parry move when you're in the air, if you're able to like recognize it and parry it, definitely parry it. I think that's the better option. But if you're not able to and you're in the air and you dodge it, he'll slam the ground. If you think there's a window to attack, there might be, but sometimes he'll follow it up with a spear throw as he did there. I knew it was coming, or I knew it was possibly coming, so I was able to dodge it luckily. So just be mindful of that. If you're in the air and you dodge one of those parry attacks, the spear throw might be coming. Be ready to dodge. And then you can attack and take your damage from there. Here's this again. Luckily I have a little bit of room to attack.
Leave my body for the maggot.
Flashbang is going to go in the trees now. Okay, as far as the sniper goes, when he goes in the air and you see the green laser on you, do not mash circle. If you mash circle, you're going to get shot, and it does a lot of damage. Definitely wait until the spider sense flashes red and the laser turns from green to red, and then dodge. There's a specific timing to it. Luckily, I didn't get hit there. I've gotten hit by it a bunch of times. Immediately after that, web strike him and pull him out of the tree and get an aerial combo on him. You don't want him up in the tree shooting at you for long. Like I said, the sniper shots are not that easy to dodge, and they do a lot of damage. Sometimes he'll whip out his 3-hit combo there, so we just dodge like we did in the first phase. See, luckily we're in striking distance of the bell, so we're not too worried about it. See, he's really fast, so just be careful of that. Because the flashbang is gonna go. Okay, luckily, okay. See, I wasn't fast enough to knock him out of the air, and he shot me. Get him out of the air, get him out of the trees as fast as possible. There's the kick.
I'll tear you limb from limb. Do it.
Okay, see, he does those 3, now we parry it. We sit on it and get our combo. I think the dogs are coming soon. Yeah, here they are.
Couldn't fight me yourself. My.
I think he's getting electrocuted, so I just use my like abilities and gadgets when he does that. See, he's really quick. Can we knock him into the spikes? Nope. Okay, he goes invisible. Let's... Okay, so he didn't follow up with a spear throw there. Damn. I parried, I accidentally pressed circle there, so I accidentally used the symbiote move. Okay.
So many years I've waited for a predator capable of defeating me. Enough.
I'm gonna try and parry this.
And then I found you. And you'll regret that. No, I won't. I will not let God decide my fate.
See, I was too slow. He's so fast when he's invisible. Some of his attacks are just so lightning fast. Just got a little bit of environmental damage. That's why parrying's better, because sometimes he can also throw the spear at the bell. So try and parry when you can for that reason. He's gonna be in the trees. Yes, see, knock him out immediately. I'm just gonna heal. Okay, here they come. Okay, so I don't think dogs are coming anymore, at least. Gonna try and parry. I'm gonna try and move the fight back over closer to the bell now, because get back towards the bell. Okay, luckily I knew that was coming, the follow-up, so... Like I said, use those finishers when they come up. You can do a lot of damage with them. Fuck, I was trying to knock him into the spikes. See, should have parried, but at least I knew how to dodge it. Sniper. Luckily I had the timing down there. It's better to wait till it turns red. Okay, we should be able to do one more punish. Let's parry and finish him off. Boom. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna let the cutscene play. So that's Kraven.
But you still hold back. Kill or be killed. Stop!
Sorry about that. It's just me.
Okay, so next would be the Miles against Symbiote Peter boss fight, which I'm not going to do right now. We'll do that in a different video. But basically, that's Kraven. First phase is pretty free, as I explained. Just recognize those few attacks, be able to counter them. Second phase, make sure you're always in striking distance of the bell. Don't jump in the air when you web it up. Just make sure you have a clear shot at it. Mash R1, web the bell up, and then be on the lookout for Kraven when he turns invisible, and just try and parry anything that you can, especially when he does the solo parry attack, because then he can follow up and throw the spear at you, or throw the bell again, or throw it at the bell and activate that again. And then just adhere to phase one. Just recognize the animations, pick your spots to attack. When he goes in the trees, don't just mash dodge. Wait for that laser, that green laser, to turn red, and then dodge from there and web strike him out of the tree immediately, so you don't take a lot of damage there. When he uses the ads, use your gadgets and abilities. I really like to use the web grabber and the ricochet web as a combination. I think it's really good. Yeah, so definitely just take those tips and whoop Kraven's ass. Use those finishers. I wasn't using them. Of course, you can use the abilities and gadgets when you're actually fighting them and fighting him and fighting any of these bosses. You'll kill them a lot faster. I just wanted to show the attacks and how to dodge their animations and how to recognize what's coming at you. So use those finishers that have triangle plus circle. They do a lot of damage. They're really useful. Definitely use those when they come up. Other than that, the next one will be Miles versus Peter. So that's it.